He chose a fake finger from his coat and wore it on his hand, then began flipping through the answers on the fake finger to cheat. The invigilator suspected him and asked him to raise his hand. However, the invigilator did not notice that he had 6 fingers. Other examinees also had their own cheating techniques. In order to view the hidden exam answers, some tugged at their clothes, some at their watches, and some at their headscarves. Furthermore, some hid the answers behind their shoe heels. Just as he was happily searching for answers, the invigilator seemed to have noticed something and walked straight towards him. He quickly dropped his foot to hide the answers. The invigilator searched everywhere, even stooping under the desks, but found nothing. Outside the exam hall, the exam proxy is ready and sends a signal to notify the examinee inside. The examinee puts the pen into a special device, and the exam proxy outside remotely controls him to answer questions. The invigilator slowly approaches, perplexed, watching him right in the air. At this moment, there's a special situation on the proxy's end. A fly intrudes into this cheating coordination. The proxy wants to shoo away the fly, but the invigilator is greatly shocked because the examinee seems to want to use the pen to kill him. The examinee explains that he's been sitting for too long and wants to stretch his legs. Do you think the invigilator will believe him? The girl's body melted like ice cream. The ice cream shop owner, upon seeing this, had a peculiar expression on his face. He scooped up a bit with his finger and tasted it delicately. The girl asked him if it was sweet. He found it incredibly delicious. Returning to when the girl walked into the ice cream shop, she wanted to cool down because the weather was too hot. The owner asked her which flavor she wanted. People eating ice cream nearby couldn't help but salivate when they saw the girl. Then, the girl's face began to melt bit by bit. At first, she thought it was just her makeup melting. But when she pointed to the ice cream in the freezer, her finger melted away. In the blink of an eye, the girl completely melted, leaving only a puddle of ice cream and a retainer on the ground. The owner brought a mop and collected the melted ice cream from the floor. A new flavor of ice cream was born. This is a living pair of jeans with a ferocious and extremely aggressive temperament. When the woman tried to take off the jeans to go to the bathroom, she found that she couldn't undo them no matter how hard she tried. Instead, the jeans tightened even more, almost cutting into her flesh. Despite her frantic struggles, she couldn't free herself, and eventually her legs stopped moving, being cut in half by the jeans. Shortly afterward, the bathroom became clean and tidy again, as if nothing had happened. When another woman entered the restroom to find her friend, she only found her friend's jeans. She tried on the jeans herself and found that her legs moved uncontrollably, causing her to accidentally hit a hook on the wall and meet her demise. Soon, the staff at the clothing store noticed the anomaly but couldn't find the cause. At the same time, the pair of jeans had silently made its way behind another woman. Astonishingly, the jeans began dancing to the music. It wasn't until they all saw the surveillance footage that they realized the jeans were the killer. Incredibly, the jeans would clean up the scene after each crime. At this moment, the jeans were worn by a mannequin, wandering around aimlessly. This woman was live streaming when suddenly the jeans behind her extended out, directly attempting to choke her. The cameraman was bewildered, not understanding what was happening. Then, the jeans eerily stood up and charged towards the crowd, causing chaos. On the other side, a man opened the box containing the jeans, and he immediately took a liking to them. Carrying the jeans, he went to the warehouse. Just as he was about to put them on, he was bitten by the zipper of the jeans. Not long after, the manager discovered the victimized man, who had been placed inside a small cardboard box. When he opened the door, he was dumbfounded to see the jeans cleaning up the scene. He dared not make a sound and slowly backed away, and he nervously ran to the control room. Meanwhile, the other 2 individuals also rushed to the control room, thinking it would be safe as long as they remained silent. However, the monitors showed that the dummy wearing the jeans was banging on the door of the control room. But as soon as they played music, the dummy wearing the jeans started dancing. The woman was sleeping. Many water droplets started falling on her body. When she woke up, the water droplets increased, wetting her newspaper and food. She tried to put on makeup, but the rain was too heavy, making even applying lipstick impossible. She boarded a bus to go to work, but the rain seemed to only pour down on her head. When she tried to check the time, she found that her watch had been damaged by water. Despite this, the woman persisted in working. However, the rain grew heavier, and her glasses frequently became blurry. Then, her boss came over and handed her $1 million project, but the rain soaked the documents as soon as she received them. Things went from bad to worse as her computer short-circuited and smoked due to water damage. She went to the cafeteria to grab a meal, but the heavy rain kept hitting her food. The restaurant staff couldn't bear to watch and asked her to leave. The woman tried to go home with an umbrella, but even the umbrella was raining inside. She eventually accepted the reality and put down the umbrella. Perhaps everyone has to go through a low period, but one must not give up. Sunshine awaits them ahead. A car is rapidly leaking air, and it all starts with a needle. Two unlucky guys swiftly roll over the needle with their car. Eventually, they decide to remove the needle, but as soon as they do, the car instantly deflates like a punctured ball. They look back, and the needle has shot right into a wall. The guy pulls out the needle from the wall, and suddenly the entire building begins to deflate like a balloon. Fearing the dangerous needle, they start arguing. Suddenly, a police officer approaches. The needle accidentally pricks the officer's hand, and he pulls it out.
Oh, no!
Just then, a bus speeds by. The guy raises the needle. The guy, not wanting any more trouble, decides to use a balloon to get rid of the needle, but the balloon bursts and the needle falls to the ground. They had just wanted to leave as if they hadn't seen anything, but the police officer inflating nearby called out to them, saying he would arrest them. In a panic, the man with the hat pulled out the needle from the ground and was about to run, but suddenly they realized something was wrong. Before long, the entire earth deflates in an instant.
Love you too.
They hastily called for a doctor, but even the doctor couldn't change the situation. However, in the next moment,
Congratulations! He is this hospital's 1 millionth death!
the couple were both dumbfounded. But in the next moment,
Congratulations! You are our 1 millionth customer this year!
175,000?
one award after another came in succession, leaving the couple unsure whether to feel happy or sad.
Congratulations! You're the 1 millionth parking violation!
What? You left the kids in the car?
What was I supposed to do? Let them see Grandpa die?
At this moment, the police entered to congratulate them. Due to the parents' negligence in looking after their child, the judge had ruled that the child would be placed in foster care. They happened to be the 1 millionth parents to lose custody of their child.
I just want my kids back!
But in the next moment,
Congratulations! You just won $10 million from your father's life insurance policy!
the man was on the toilet playing his phone, accidentally opened the camera, and accidentally captured something. With a sudden shake of his hand, the photo began uploading to a social media platform. In a panic, the man desperately tried to delete the photo, but in his haste, the phone slipped from his grasp and into the toilet. He hurriedly tried to retrieve it, only to find the video was already 10% uploaded, and the touchscreen was malfunctioning. In frustration, he smashed the phone, but it seemed to accelerate the upload. He unplugged all the internet cables, but the phone quickly reached 20% uploaded via data. The man dashed to a signal tower, sawing it down in desperation, but it did little to halt the upload. Fueled by desperation, he confronted the CEO of the video platform, and then proceeded to blow up satellites. With nervous tension, he stared at the screen, but the video ultimately uploaded successfully. The notification bar was instantly inundated with messages from friends and family. Finally, the man reached his breaking point.